Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. Two behemoths, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
The Buckeyes are never satisfied, even though this team went 12-2 last season, perfect in the Big Ten until the Big Ten championship loss to Indiana. Ryan Day knows the Buckeyes have something to prove. They have got to rebuild and reload after losing some top talent to the NFL. But they have got Jeremiah Smith, and he is the best player in the country. They can build around this superstar. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Buckeyes headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. He'll return it. Rolling to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Texas offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And here comes Arch Manning. And what a duel this should be. Two of the best quarterbacks in the country.
Two outstanding quarterbacks going head-to-head in this one, Dave. And both of these guys had opportunities either to go to the league or transfer. Portal, they were offered lots of money. They decided to stay at their respective schools, knowing that this matchup was going to happen. And these are two guys right now jockeying for individual awards. They're jockeying for draft position. More than that, though, they want to get to the playoff and compete for a national championship.
Two alphas, right? Like two guys that are the dudes for their squad. They know it. They've been on these teams. They're the leader of their teams. How at this big-time moment? Who presses? Who tries to do too much and maybe cost their team a little? Both these guys have been great. This is a big stage.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, two straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Complete to the left. Shakes a man, and he might take off. The 30. Past the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive, and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Buckeyes offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here are the guys who make it go. Just an outstanding offensive line.
And it's amazing every year, man. We do these games, and we've done them for so long, and year after year, you can just hang your hat. Like this group up front on the offensive line is going to be physical. It's going to be tough. It's start there. And Palmer, it's no different in this contest.
They've done such a good job, I think, too, developing guys up front, because they're not always getting five-star talent, but this coaching staff, year in, year out, they're able to get the most out of these guys, get them in the weight room, get their weight up, work on the technique, the fundamentals, and they all work so well together. They're so well coached up front, and no with this unit.
He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They stop him immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Saying from the gun on third down. Got the back over the middle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Here's Sayin to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude in this tournament, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and then bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
He stopped just extremely 2 away from the first down and set him up beautifully here. And the Buckeyes have a... In the red area, it's Jackson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Throwing, Sayin. Grabbed behind the line, Jackson. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find end zone.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. And the Heat gets there. And they get out at the 14-yard line.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The defense thought in this game they were going to have an opportunity to pick some passes off. What a great job. Down deep in the opponent's territory, he jumps the route, he intercepts it, returns it now inside the 5-yard line, setting his offense up in beautiful field position.
The guys trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown! Buckeye!
And the running game is so important when you get inside that 10-yard line and that field starts to shrink. And it's so nice to have a back physicality. Great job running the football, using that stiff arm, finishing the run, and getting in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through with no problem despite the snowy surface. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Throwing Manning. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, have to play another play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Now here's Manning. Under fire. And down he goes.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes an offense you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They're field this one in tight quarters. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll go play action with Sayin. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State, the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15, a first down, and this offense is mailing the end zone. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Looks as if we might have a change in the weather here to start the second quarter. Let's check in with Holly.
Hey guys, one quick update. I told you it was snowing to start the game, but in the last few minutes after that first quarter, it is significantly worse. It is coming down hard right now, and this snow is really going to start impacting the game here in the second quarter. Back to you.
Keep that super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They feed him again. They'll give him made 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time as the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive be more productive. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Manning with a play fake. Fires to the tight end. Showed off just about every move book except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Longhorns will bring the team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Secures it at the 30. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Throws to the tight end. Got his man to the left. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down.
That is a beautiful throw. We were all talking coming into this game. We weren't sure if anyone was going to be able to complete a pass because of these conditions. And as a quarterback, when you're throwing in the snow, the ball's slick. Anyone running a route, it's hard to get in and out of breaks. But those two guys were on the same page right there, coming up with a huge play in the inclement weather.
Say it. Using his feet to buy time. He's going to take off. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Jackson. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning too. That was beautiful.
And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Play action, here's Manning. Fakes the grab. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. And the Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage?
Snags it, and he's open. Brought down at the 47, but not where he ripped off 15. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Running inside, it's Smothers. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free 1st down and some yardage. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wide receiver comes in motion. Using his legs, it's Smothers. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a without scoring. They go play action with Manning. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help the guy out.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. On the move. Got enough for the first. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Saying, forced out of the pocket. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, we set to the guys in the shoe.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Guys, I caught up with the Buckeyes head coach coming out of the locker room. He is so excited about how the quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Jackson.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Play fake, say it. They're working that left side. They bring him down, not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Got his man on the right. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the...
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body so you can shed people off you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Fielded in the end zone, it's Simon. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Fires on the move. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Great place to start for this offense. Run in the red zone, it's Jackson.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Going with the counter play here. Good, solid tackle.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Now facing a 3rd and long. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. The throw. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Ohio State. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, he missed it. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw.
Texas, 10. Number 96, second to throw.
He'll bring it out. It's Simon. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback on the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Pulls it and fires to the left. Really good job making a play, get out to the 24 and moving those chains. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. To throw, Manning. Finds his tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on Ohio State's sideline, their tight end has been a brilliant target here today. Over 100 yards receiving already in this game, and I expect them to keep him in and keep...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Got out of trouble and throws. It's complete to the right. Bounced off his feet. Nice route, nice catch by this receiver. What's important for a quarterback throwing the in route to a guy in the slot?
Well, I think he has to have great timing, and I think the receiver needs to get his right depth so that they know exactly where each other is going to be and when the ball is going to be in the air. These two have outstanding timing with one another.
The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good position to start this drive at their own 47. On the move, it's Smothers. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Manning on play action. Unloads to the wide out. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Third down from the gun, Manning. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Manning. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Here's Sayin to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He gets it past the down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. And the Buckeyes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Trying to run, it's Jackson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Back open in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by the defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sayin. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. And the field goal unit is on the field. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Oh, he missed it. No good. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead, but still a 17-point cushion.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
They'll try the counter. Shakes off the defender. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. The Longhorns in the hurry-up.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
And the Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Snagged out of the air. Found a little bit of room and picked up 8 before he was stopped, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. The completion short of the sticks, it's 2nd down. Manning fires to the big fella, and they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to chip up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Fires downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and give them up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
So here comes Buckeye offense onto the field. Breaks into the open. The The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. They'll go right back to the run. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. What a show both of these teams put up today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.